Hello. The possibility of this being unentertaining is high. Unentertaining. Let's see. Okay, I'm bringing this up so when you guys write something, I can see what you're writing and read it. Otherwise, I have to wear glasses. And that doesn't make it a whole lot easier to read anything. So, how you guys doing? Let's see here. Do this. See if I can see if anybody's writing anything. Hey, Brad. How are you? How's life, Brad? What's happening? Hi, okie dokie. I'm gonna have to hold my phone because I don't really have another way to do it right now. Um, the garbage man's outside picking up trash. I don't know if you can hear that. Somber. Kickflip. Life's great. Try and learn how to kickflip. Oh, you mean like uh, um, you doing like somersaults in the air? Hi, Bob Vlope. Skateboarding. Oh, that's cool. I used to skateboard. I was goofy footed. Left-handed either. Left-handed. Hi, Jim. How's the weather down in Tacoma? Yeah, it's rainy, which is okay because people need to stay the fuck in. Hi, Tansy. Hi, the dude. So I had some revelations this morning. I did a video, but my battery died, and I wanted to talk about something. And it's kind of in depth. Um, so man has gotten his. I'm going to use man in the masculine term because of over the history of humanity, the man has been the dominant, arrogant figure in control for about as long as we can remember. Though the goddess, the woman, the female, should have had more control, the dominant male has. And that's part of why we're in a world of shit that we're in. But that's just the beginning. So I'm not going to be speaking in a matter of opinion here. I'm going to be speaking in something. Okay, so over the last 100, I'm just going to say 140 years. Now you can, in matter of opinion, how many years the world has been industrialized. So industrialized meaning beyond horse and carriage. We're going to call man's first industrial revolution, whenever that started, would be when man could speed up his travel, whether it's in a car or plane. Okay? So at one point, man could move very quickly on Earth. Now, I'm not reading anything. I am just looking at my phone, talking to you out of my brain because this is a revelation I had this morning, and this has been, I mean, the whole feeling like a mass exodus would be happening from large cities. This is just more. This is it right here. So this is all happening. So a spreading of a virus or a sickness or something like that, of course, has happened for hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years. But The spreading is because of, and it spread because of density of population. So however this took place, okay, we're just going to imagine this wasn't created in a lab. Though, again, the facts that take place after it ended the population doesn't matter how it was made. The fact is, no, it doesn't. No matter what happens to man at this point, he is want to travel faster and to have more children, so the population will increase. Now, I realized that's it. The only way to stop any type of a quick elimination of lives, being virus or anything else, is to decrease density of population. So I'm not saying by killing anybody. That will happen on its own, right? I mean, just so that's it. Density of population. I'm not talking about depopulating, okay? I'm talking about moving, People are going to, well, but they probably won't. They're just going to keep doing what they do and move on, You're going to have to move on to somewhere else because it's gotten to maybe the first apex of extreme, right? Where population it's starting in China. So this is exactly it. It's the most populated country on earth besides India. I mean, there's a lot of very populated areas on earth, of course, but China being the most populated. So it starts there, right? The reason it started there is because of mass population, and you can fly around the world in 2 days, right? So that's why it moved in every country so quick. So what's one of the cures that could happen? Well, first of all, people have to be a hell of a lot nicer to each other. Everybody called this the great equalizer. I'm going to read what you guys are writing. Okay. Okay, you guys are talking about nirvana. Hey, John, what do you know about that nirvana? No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, honestly. Unknown Third song is amazing. On what? Okie dokie. What song are you talking about? It's a death. Skid Row. I don't know if I've heard it. Honestly, I'll have to listen to that. I'm not sure. I probably have. Is it brand? Somebody just posted it? Don't get distracted. I want to hear you have to say. Well, I had to stop for a second, Brad. It's all right. I'll move on. Although it's death at which they want you to die. There is so much space everywhere. Just cramming in these smart cities and look for. But no, see that death bread. What my? It's beyond that. Of course, there's people that want you to die. That own. It's nature. I don't know if you could understand that because of the speed of travel. See, this could have easily came out of accidentally an animal through an animal, then spread to humans. But this wouldn't have happened the same way without density of population. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's happening now. Because there's such populated areas that it will get to man quicker. And because man can travel so quickly, it's going to spread from person to person. So there's no way out of this. This is a vicious circle that we're seeing starting. No matter what we do, this is the reality of now. If there's somebody going like, oh, we need to depopulate the earth so this doesn't increase in deaths. Well, then that could be happening too. It's not either or. There could easily be people like, oh, we need to find a way to kill people so we can survive forever. Well, but there's some stupidity in that, and there's some stupidity in anybody creating this because they know it's their life is threatened too. So a religious sect could be the creators of this, thinking like it's a sacrifice for humanity, right? It's a sacrifice for the longevity of humanity. That could be happening too. You know, that's why I don't know if you guys heard this, but I heard this morning. There's religious organizations in the United States that are having church services while this is going on. You know what that's like, right? That's like your own little Jonestown right now. If you're having a church service and you're inviting people to your church and you know that this could be happening, you're having your own little Jonestown. You're having your own little sacrifice. You're going like, oh, you know, blah blah blah. I'm not even going to speak in tongues, but that's what I'm saying. You know, right there. Like that's why religion won't help you right now. You know, you can think Jesus is coming back. You can whatever you want. It's not going to help. The only thing that's going to help you right now is really respecting your neighbor, understanding that every human can experience this together, and that the arrogance and ignorance of humanity needs to dissolve. The arrogance and ignorance of humanity needs to dissolve. There's a lot of arrogance in religious sects. There's a lot of arrogance. You know, I'm sure the very core words of what the religious figures talked about were love thy neighbor, you know, don't kill thy neighbor, you know. I mean, it's just like, you know, there's very basic morals like to human nature, and gradually. So my point being here, we're going to go back to industrialized civilization. You guys may have to all listen to this all over again, because if you're coming in now, you're going to miss what I said earlier. Industrial Industrial civilization is only 140 years old or something like that, close. Humans have been on Earth for 50,000 plus years, meaning like it been tracked back that far to being able to find, you know, cave dwellers or whatever. I'm sure man's been around quite longer than that. But in 150 years, look where we're at. We're all conditioned to just walk, you know, do what we do day to day. You know, go out and do what we do day to day. Just like, you know, in society, you go to school and make money, be fucking selfish and greedy to make your dollar. You know, that's what we're fucking trained to do, because it's part of the industrial revolution, the industrial revolution. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Industrial civilization. Thank you. So that's it. 140 years. Look where we're at. Because of the density of population and the speed man can move on Earth, this is what we have now. And this can happen again. Very easily. There's no two ways about it. You know? And social distancing is a really key thing. It's a word we keep hearing, but keep this in mind. Social distancing is a fact of mass population. You know, we have to social distance because we're so close in some of these cities, you know. Tacoma's not as big, but you're in some of these cities and there's like, I mean, thousands of, this is new. This is a new factor in civilization. 100 years, as cities became bigger and bigger, your distance between each other became smaller and smaller. Your social distancing became smaller, and a real, not just a little concept that we're using now. You need to use your social distancing, right? You go 150 years back, you live in your plot of land. Your neighbor lives a little ways away, right? Your distance is further away. You ride your horse to the little grocery store, right? Your social distance is further away. Now, your social distance is much closer. And this isn't a plan. This is population. This is industrial civilization and the uh, um and wanting and having think you have to make profit because everything gets condensed and we're all like we have to make the dollar, we have to make more and more and more and more and more and more, and that's why we're where we're at. Exactly why we're where we're at right now is because man's greed for the sensational profit. Because when you go to the casino and you gamble your money and you win $100 off a dollar, how does that make you feel? It makes you feel good, right? When I go and buy a ballpoint pen that's from the 1960s for 20 cents and I sell it for $180, that makes me feel good. I just made $180 off of 30 cents. Okay, but the reality right there, that's where our brains are at. It's why we've moved so close to each other. You guys, we're like, the more in one place, the more money I can make, the more excitement, the more entertainment, the more fucking craziness, creativity. I need it all now, So we need to actually, the social distancing means more than we even know. For any survival, we have to have social distancing. But that's funny that it became a necessity for us to, this is just the beginning. You can believe whatever you want. Um, but there's something happening. Okay? It's happening. If you start to like run off and make up conspiracy ideas and make up reasons and you create all these, that doesn't help anything. The fact that it's in 200 countries and that a place like the United States has the most cases, but it's not the most populated, that is the type of thing that tells you a lot. That is the type of thing that proves the arrogance and the unconnectedness of people in the United States. It goes in one ear and out the other. People don't give a fuck, and they better give a fuck because you're seeing, because the fuck is coming back right at them, So this is the reality, guys, and we're in a situation where it's not going to change. It may, most likely, a lot of places will get much better, much healthier, or eliminate the virus, eliminate this virus. Remember, it doesn't matter what you compare it, how bad you think it is compared to something else, or how many people can die in a car wreck, how many people can die from this or that. It doesn't matter. That's all included. All that is included in what I'm talking about. exactly what I'm talking about. All of that is included in density of population. And now it's reached an apex. Maybe just the first apex, but to a point where, oh, fuck, this is what can happen. This is it. It's kind of like a warning, you know? And if you look at this wisely, if you look at this wisely, then you can make choices in your life and you'll be all right. But staying in the middle of Bangkok or New York City or even a place like San Francisco, Shanghai, Tokyo, Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Berlin, Madrid, Rome, London. I can go on and on. You know, these all these mega cities that which they are now, you know, are going to be more even more dangerous because now we see a reality. This is a new stark reality. I'm not speaking of a matter of opinion right now because this is happening and it's because of dense population and the speed we can travel. Does this spread because we can travel so fast on Earth? That's it. That's it. You know, the powers that be, don't doubt it for a second. They have a lot of control right now. You know, they have a lot of control. You know, a place like North Korea has a whole lot of power right now. If they don't have very many infected people because they've blocked in their country, you know, they're actually better off. Like that's like Cuba. I just saw Cuba's actually healthy compared to the rest of the planet. What does that tell you? You know, I mean, it's a little bit eerie where this can all lead to. You know, the only reason I have intense introspection, you guys. That's what I've been doing now every day for, well, consistently. I don't know. I just started looking into certain things, reading philosophy, listening to certain people more and more and more, gathering my own, you know. It's not like following anybody. It's the understanding and then looking at it yourself and going like, "Oh, I see. I get it." And you got to step out of opinion, you got to step out of belief, you know, you got to look at things like you look at things very realistically and all the answers are right in front of you. Right in front of you, you know? I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are very intelligent that you can find and listen to right now. Unfortunately, somebody like the President of the United States is just smart. He's a smarty pants, you know, which equals stupidity. You know, if you're a smarty pants, you're stupid in this note. Because you don't know. You have to listen to other people. You don't know what choices to make. You know, you don't really know what's right and what's wrong, you know, because you only listen to other people and care about your own wealth really your whole life. So helping anybody else in a very intelligent way is not part of your regular daily practice. So yeah, this is a learning um, education for everybody. You know, I mean the president changed in a day. You know, he changed from going like, oh, we're going to open the country and we're going to have our big religious, you know, I mean, he's talking about Easter, you know, Easter events. And the next day he's like, nope, we're not opening till May, you know. So he's even starting to get it, hopefully, you know. There's no see there there's no personal opinion unless you want people to die, and um hopefully people get past that. Even a dictatorship has enough fucking intelligence to know what to do. You know, so you go to a free country like the United States, and we have the biggest numbers. You know, so this leads you to question everything about your life, about the situation with this. This is like way, way bigger, you guys, than way bigger than you can even imagine. Like I said, this can go away and everything will be okay in a year, you know, right? You can feel like it's okay, but the fact that it happened this way is the realization that it can, what the final outcome of the worst severity of this will be, you know. So anyway, I'll I'll close this down. I just wanted to really get some of this stuff out, and you guys might want to listen to this a couple times. It's super important. Yeah, Jordan Maxwell. The problem with Jordan Maxwell is I tried to listen to him recently, and he's not saying much. He's doing these paid interviews with people. If you listen to him now, and he's not. I know Jordan Maxwell, who he is, and I've listened to him a lot, and he's very aware of shit. There's no doubt about it. But he's not saying much. He's not saying much right now. He's tired. He is in not very good health. And if you want to hear what he has to say, you got to go back a few years for Jordan Maxwell. And Jordan will trip your brain out when you see everything that's going on. You know, a alternate agendas that people, evil agendas that people can have for the populations of Earth and the populations of many countries are very possible, and I don't put it past any of these people that they could have planned things and they could have, this and that. But see, again, that's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is this happened. And this happened because of very specific reasons. So what happens at this point, we don't know. You know, Everything's going to change. We haven't even seen what's going to happen with, the financial markets. I mean, the United States just like injected trillions of dollars. So we're going to see the stock market do okay. Um, and it'll be up. It's not doing okay actually right now, so I shouldn't say that. But we're going to see it go up and down, and then it will any band-aids will go the opposite direction in viewing the numbers. The numbers will go the opposite direction. And then there's no way things could be going good with everything closed. So be realistic. You have to be realistic with that. There's no way. There's no way. I mean, everything's closed. How is that good for the economy? It's not. I don't want things to open if this is going. I mean, it's like, until this is what needs to happen. There needs to be testing on everybody, really. I mean, they need to isolate the people that have it, find out the people who've already had it, use that to help things, find out and get the antibodies and all that. Everybody that has it, man, you know, and the time I've been isolated. So everything's good here so far. I'm being really careful. Um, so anyway, you guys, you know, yeah, I mean, again, the Dow Jones going up or down, not going to matter. It's not good. I mean, you know. Actually, you might want to invest in Zoom because Zoom is video conferencing. So anything that's related to conferencing or video education or anything like that, you should invest in those companies. Those companies are going to skyrocket right now because that's the new norm. The longer this goes on, the more people are going to be very paranoid of everything, of getting sick or this happening again. Nobody, if this goes on for 5 months, people are going to be freaked the fuck out, you guys. Freaked out. I'm already freaked out. But imagine 5 months from now, how you're going to look. You're to have this happen again, things would change. I mean, literally, I don't know. I don't know. I can't accept facts. And like I said, um, the dense population and the speed man can travel are very true factors in this, And and also I want to say with climate change, this is also an interesting thing. I would more look at it as pollution. And again, with dense population, you have pollution too, a lot of pollution. I was just talking to a friend. We were watching a video, and I've been in the Philippines, and they burn everything in the Philippines. The air just smells like burnt trash, in the populated cities, and it's really hard to breathe that. Um, but that's just another factor. I mean, imagine living in the middle of Shanghai. It's like the smog and the smoke and the um, fear of things like this. I mean, your life is in jeopardy in so many ways, you know? All right, water. All right, bye.